and welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be a vlog. So I actually had filmed an intro clip, but unfortunately the file was corrupted or something. I don't know what happened. I was trying to put all of the footage onto my computer before I went to bed and ended this vlog, but for some reason the first intro clip just couldn't transfer onto my computer. I don't know what happened. So I thought I would just film an intro right now. I didn't have any plans today, so I thought I would vlog and read and tidy up my house and do some journal entries and stuff. I couldn't pick a book to read. I had a couple options here, so I ended up putting a poll on Instagram, which I will talk about later in the vlog. It just feels so weird because I already filmed this vlog, but like I have to film the intro now. It feels so out of order. Anyways, the options that I had to read today were Love Next Door by Helena Hunting, which I wanted to read because it's kind of like a summer romance, I think, and I've been meaning to catch up with a lot of Helena Hunting's books, so this was an option. I was also hoping to read Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. I recently read Sweet Thing by Renee Carlino in actually my last reading vlog and really loved it, so I wanted to possibly read this. And then my other option was Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. This is her newest release. I've heard some pretty good things about this. And then my other options were Running Wild by K.A. Tucker. It's kind of a winter romance. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I already know what I read, but you don't know what I've read yet. And then we have Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy. So these were all of my options to read today, and I asked you guys on Instagram to vote. Unfortunately, for the voting on Instagram, you can only do 4 options, so I didn't include Love Next Door in the poll. I just included these 4. I feel like that was it that I had for my intro. The next clip you're gonna see, I think, is me updating you on the poll and to see which one I actually end up reading. It's been about an hour since I posted my Instagram story, so I have some results. So I took a screenshot and I just have it on my computer because obviously I can't view the poll while I'm filming, but basically you guys voted for Good Girl Complex. This was voted 14 times with 37%. So this is the first book I will read. I'm actually surprised a lot of people picked this, but I think you guys just wanted my thoughts and opinions on this book because I personally have heard mixed things about this. I've heard more negative things about it, and I've also heard that it's compared to After, and I love After, so we'll see if I think the comparisons are legit or not. This is also a summer read, so at least I get to read one summary book. And then I just realized that there is a tie for the second book, so I'm gonna still leave the poll up on Instagram and just see what happens. But the second book you guys voted on is Running Wild and Part of Your World, so I'm gonna read either one, I guess. I am kind of leaning towards Running Wild. We'll see what you guys want later. I'm kind of nervous to read this though because I'm not really in the mood for like a super drama filled book. Like I kind of just wanted to read something like simple, I guess. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just get started on this. It's already kind of 2 o'clock, so I don't know how much I'll get through this because like I said, I do have some other things I want to do today, but we'll see. I'm gonna just go ahead and start reading. So I am 108 pages into Good Girl Complex. I am about to start chapter 13 and I'm liking it. I can see why people compare it to After or says there's similarities to After. Like I can see them, but also at the same time I don't know, maybe there will be more similarities like later on. Yeah, I'm liking it. I don't think it's like a horrible book, but I'm not like obsessed with it. I will say like some stuff I do feel like is very repetitive, especially like in the first chapter is just Cooper constantly complaining about like rich people. He just kept like saying it over and over again, and I was like, yeah, this is like kind of boring. Like, I don't really care. Like, I get it, you hate rich people. Ideally, I would love to finish this within 2 hours, but I don't think that'll happen. I mean, I'll look at the poll again, see which one is winning whenever I finish this, but I'm just gonna kind of focus on finishing this first. It's now around 4:30 and I haven't really moved from the couch. I've just been reading. I'm now at chapter 26, page 214. It's probably going to be like a 3-star, but like a positive 3-star, depending on how this book ends. It might be lower than a 3-star, but so far I am liking it. There's nothing that I like really hate about it. I will say Mackenzie is kind of dumb, especially like regarding her boyfriend. She did not pick up on like any of the signs of him being like unfaithful and like even having conversations with his friends, his girlfriends, and how they all cheat on their girlfriends, and she's like, oh, my boyfriend doesn't do it, and it's like, no, your boyfriend does it, you're just dumb. I feel like the only thing that is similar to After is the whole like bet situation and the fact that like Cooper is kind of a bad boy like Hardin, and Mackenzie does share similarities to Tessa. I will say like Mackenzie has a little bit more going for her. She actually like has some aspirations in life, whereas like Tessa didn't really know what to do with her life whatsoever. She had like an idea, but all of those ideas kind of went out the window once she met Hardin. This book is not as toxic as After is. So I see similarities, but also at the same time, as somebody who has read and loved After, there are things that are not that. I guess they're similar, they're not the same. And I have heard people say that this is like a copycat of After, and I don't agree with that. It has similarities, but it is not exactly like After. I also do find it funny how there is a character named Steph in here, which that is in After as well. Also, I keep checking the Instagram poll because I'm just gonna leave it up, like I don't really care. And Running Wild won. So that is the one that I will probably start tonight. I don't know if I'll finish Running Wild tonight, considering it's like almost 5 o'clock and I haven't even finished Good Girl Complex yet, and I haven't done anything else that I wanted to do today. I think I'm gonna keep reading this, and then I'm going to eat, and then I'll probably do all of the work that I wanted to do, and then I'm gonna get into bed and probably start Running Wild tonight. I think that's my plans. I do also have to add some books on my TBR shelf in my bedroom. I kind of have to reorganize some stuff, so I might film that. And then I do want to show you guys an update of my bookshelf in my book room. I finally got all my lights for my book room. I don't know if I've talked about that, but I got all the lights, they're all set up, and it's really cozy and cute in that room. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like at night with all the lights on. I don't really have any other decor updates for that room. I am planning on doing like 2 other things, so that I might keep a secret so I can film it. I'm going to go finish this and see how it ends. So I just finished Good Girl Complex, and I think I'm going to give it 3 stars. I liked it, but I didn't love it, but I also didn't hate it. I found like after the first 100 pages, I feel like it was so much easier to read and I just couldn't stop reading. This was like a very easy, simple book. It essentially follows Mackenzie, who is kind of a good girl, and she comes from a rich family and she's going to college. She doesn't really want to go to college, but her parents are forcing her, and she kind of runs like this website. Essentially, it kind of reminds me of just like a Reddit thread type of thing. She kind of just wants to run her own businesses, but she's at college and she meets this guy who is a local, and he's a townie. It's kind of a bad boy. He's a little mysterious, very flirty, and Mackenzie has a boyfriend. So there is some like forbidden aspects in here, and obviously like Cooper has a big secret, of course. I just feel like it wasn't really anything new. I feel like I've already read something like this, and I'm not just saying after, I just feel like in general, this is something that I've read before, and I don't feel like it was anything new or fresh. I mean, the characters were all right, the romance was all right. I wasn't obsessed with this book. I think it was just like a fun, easy read. I will say Mackenzie forgave people way too easy. She was kind of a little bit of like a pushover, and I get it, she's kind of like a people pleaser in general, but she literally forgave two friends for lying to her about something. But I also kind of felt like she only forgave them because she needed a place to stay. So I don't know if she like fully forgave them or not. I don't know, I feel like the ending was kind of rushed. I wish there was like a little bit more of like a satisfying ending. I also will say like it's different because the reader knows the secret. You know what's happening, like you know what's going on, you know what Cooper is hiding. So it doesn't shock you, it doesn't surprise you. And I feel like, for example, with After, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but you're just in Tessa's point of view, so you only know what Tessa knows. And I don't think like Elle Kennedy was trying to make anything like super shocking or dramatic. And also I don't really believe that she had that much money from her own company. Like she essentially just created a website. It was exaggerated with how much money she made. Like it just didn't seem very realistic, especially for like a 21-year-old. But I am glad I read this. I don't think I'm gonna pick up the sequel, even though I am kind of curious about Evan and his romance. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of journaling, and then I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna tidy up. Okay, so I'm done tidying up my house, but now I need to fit all of these books on this shelf somewhere. I don't know if I should like completely reorganize it or just try to fit some books wherever. I might take off a book or two from the shelf, I don't know yet. I'm gonna try to fit those books on the shelf or on the cart. I'm gonna have to make it work. Okay, I don't think I'm actually gonna take anything off of my shelf because everything I want to read at this point. I think I'm gonna have to try to put more on my TBR cart and have it all standing up. I'm gonna take this off because I actually started this like a while ago and I never continued it. Not because it was bad, I was just like not really in the mood for it. So I think I'm actually gonna try to finish this week. So I'm gonna put it on my nightstand so it doesn't stay here and I don't forget about it. So I think I'm just going to put the hardcovers that I have at the bottom here. The hardcovers stay better in my TBR cart than paperbacks, so I think I'm going to put all of these books were the books I hauled in my last haul. I think that works for down there. Now everything else I'm just going to have to stick on the edges. Nope, that won't fit there. Wow, I feel like I'm doing not too bad. And I didn't take any books off, which is really nice. managed to fit everything on the shelf. And then also my last row on my TBR shelf is now all standing books, which I'm happy about. But yeah, it's pretty full, and I really need to start reading more physical books. So I've actually already started reading Running Wild. I am only 42 pages in at chapter 3. I'm liking it. I knew it was about Marie. Is it Mary or Marie? I'm not sure. I knew it was about her. I didn't realize that her love interest would be is it Musher? Which is like sled dog racing. So that's kind of cool. I've never read a book about that before, so it's kind of interesting. Yeah, so far there's a little bit of like hate to love going on, so that's kind of interesting. I will say, like, it's kind of slow. It's been like 40 pages and the characters have just met. They met around like page 30, but still, I just feel like it was kind of slow, but I get it. K.A. Tucker is introducing the characters and like catching you up if you haven't read the Simple Wild trilogy, like the first 3 books, I guess, or 2.5. I think it's almost 9 o'clock, so I don't know how much I will read tonight. We'll see. If I am really loving it and I can't put it down, like, knowing me, I'll just keep reading. I'm gonna keep reading and I will let you guys know how I'm feeling about this book a little bit later. Okay, here is the update on my bookshelves with the lights. Last time, I think I just had it on like the first 2 shelves. Now I have it on all of them. I'm obsessed with how this looks at night. It is just so magical and peaceful and very calming. Unfortunately, I don't have like lights at the bottom, but I prefer having the lights like at the top anyways. So yeah, I'm really happy with how my bookshelves look now. It's just a whole vibe. I'm obsessed with them. I'll link the lights that I use in the info box. They're just from Amazon. So it's currently around 11:30 and I am 221 pages. I'm at chapter 18. I'm actually really enjoying it, but it does have like one of my least favorite tropes. I forget that like this series, or like K.A. Tucker in general, like she doesn't really focus on the romance that much. It's usually about like the character's growth and the character dealing with everyday life. And I forget, like, specifically her Simple Wild series is like that. So I was expecting a little bit more like romance elements, but there aren't really. Like, there is a romance, but considering I'm like over halfway and there's not really a lot of like romance development happening, but I'm still really enjoying this book. I'm also really enjoying the female character, and I do like the male character too. It's just I don't really like the trope, and I don't really want to spoil it for people. It's not like a bad trope, it's just I'm very picky with this specific trope. I think I'm just going to relax for the rest of the night. I might read a little bit more, but I don't think I'm gonna vlog anymore. So unfortunately, you won't hear my full thoughts on Running Wild, but if you follow me on Goodreads, you'll probably see my rating for this, and I will most definitely talk about it in my June wrap-up. If I were to rate this right now on what I've read so far, I'm leaning towards a 3-star. I mean, anything could really happen in these next like 100 pages. But I'm so glad I read a physical book, started another one. I just really need to read more of my physical books. It is something I really struggle with, but I've been really into trying to annotate my books and stuff. I haven't done any annotations for any of these because there's nothing really that I found like annotate worthy, I guess. I feel like it is so much easier to annotate physical books as I'm reading. So I've been trying to read more physical books. I also really just need to get my TBR, physical TBR down. As you guys saw, my bookshelves are literally so full and they're overflowing. So I really need to try to make it more of a goal to read my physical books. I feel like I read physical books more in the summer anyways, so hopefully I can read more physical books this month and in July and August. Also, let me know if you saw any books on my physical TBR that you would be interested in watching a reading vlog for. But I guess that is it for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you've read these two books and what you think of them, or if you have also read Before We Were Strangers, Part of Your World, and I think it was Love Next Door that I wanted to also read. Yeah, let me know if you've read those and what your thoughts are on them. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!